What's up guys, it's Graham from Grey Hills Visual here. I didn't plan on reviewing another camera body anytime soon, but Panasonic kind of surprised me anyways, about a month ago coming out with the S5 II and announcing the S5 IIX for release in May. Now, I had been planning on waiting for the S5 IIX because I was super excited to have just oh no, my fridge has been on this whole time. Let me turn that off. Okay, autofocus. That's why I wanted autofocus. Okay, welcome back guys. I'd planned on waiting for the S5 IIX to come out to buy because I was super excited on having an all black camera. And then the more I thought about it, I realized I rig up all my cameras, I'm gonna plan on rigging it up. And I got colors all over the rig, the cage, batteries, cables, so it wouldn't have mattered anyways. Plus, I don't really feel the need to record to the SSD or RAW via HDMI. The S5 I has that right now, and I don't even use it. It's a wicked option to have, but again, I already have that in the S5 I, so these are just my initial thoughts on the camera. I have very little use with it. I bought it the day before going away for the weekend with the family and walked around Seattle with it, tried to test out the autofocus and the IBIS, which were the things I was most looking forward to seeing because Panasonic IBIS is the best. Apparently this is 200% better. And on both ends, autofocus, IBIS, they delivered. That being said, I never rely on autofocus anyways, even with my experience using Canon cameras in the past couple of years with the R5 and the C70. Both have incredible autofocus on them, but I find it's just mainly I'll use it to grab focus and I'll click it off unless I'm really needing to follow a subject. But I never find autofocus like does exactly what you want it to do, unless it's like a talking head video or somebody's not moving like this. Walking through Pike Place Market, if any of you guys watching have ever been there, hundreds of people everywhere, neon lights everywhere, and just like tons of things that autofocus could grab onto. And so I feel like it's a great place to test it. And it did really well. It never lost the subject I was trying to follow, usually my wife and daughter. And then as far as the IBIS goes, again, it's so good. I just walked around at one point, I held it in one hand walking beside our stroller, and it was like so good. I'll pop some of these clips up there so you can see for yourself. What I really kind of was blown away with too is just like the quality of the image coming out of it. I'm used to it from the S5, but shooting in 6K with Pro Mist filter on is exactly the look that you want. It's so perfect. It's so freaking beautiful. The only downside to shooting in that is the file sizes are completely massive. They're so big. I think I just put all our footage together, slap some color on it just to watch it and check it, look over it all. And for like a 9-minute video, it was like 10 gigs, which is crazy to me. As far as body and ergonomics go, it's very similar to the S5 I. Not much has changed. The camera strap mounting points aren't dingly danglies. They're fixed solid pieces to the camera, which is awesome. Size-wise it feels a little bit different, but that could just be in my head. There's a couple parts that are a little bit bigger to allow room for a fan. If you guys have any questions about this camera at all, let me know. I'll be doing a review video pretty soon about it, a little bit more in depth. This is just my initial thoughts on the camera. I've used it for like 4 days while I was walking around with the family. So it's not super in depth. I haven't like worked with it yet, but already pretty stoked on what's coming out of this thing. So till then.